Okay, this is another video about reading a PDF to Excel. Maybe this has been a waste. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool, but nobody seems to care about this stuff. I thought it was pretty easy to do, actually. Now, what we do is if we do this, we have our little thing. Now, you know what this is called a user form in Excel. Okay, it's just something you create with a macro. Now, remember what we were doing is we had this thing, and I'm finding a better example. But this example where we wanted to put it in two columns, and right now, and we had another video where I hope I showed you how to do that. Okay, but there's nothing down here. We'll create a little checkbox that says, uh, um, do we have enough room? Maybe I'll push things up and move things around a little bit, but we'll put something maybe right here that with a checkbox that says multiple columns. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Now to do this, what you do is just go to the macros. How about we'll just edit this macro. Now, these are the modules, but we have some user forms here. Now, if you, this is kind of how you do this stuff. I'll push this up now. This is kind of a lot of BS that probably nobody ever reads. Let's see if we can move this up. And can I? Whoops! Ah, shoot! I think I have to push this in again. We can let's make this a little wider, and perhaps if I make this one wider, you really don't need to see this, do you? Right? Okay, and now in Excel, if you press Control A, oh, that's pretty cool. It gets them all. Now we don't really want to get them all but if we press Control, okay, we can move them all at the same time. Kind of a waste of time for you again. Sorry about this. So what we're going to do after this is I'm going to see. I haven't done this for about a year, and as you know, I'm going senile. So uh, let's see. Oh shit, see. Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, even though maybe I shouldn't have. So we can move these up. How's that? Okay. This. Oh yeah, you can reformat the decimals, right? I think I do that automatically, actually. So let's do the same thing and move this down. Okay. Okay. So now maybe just a little more. A little more. Okay. Not very good at this. So we can copy this. Now, this is just called a label. And you, by the way, you make these labels with uh, with this. Sometimes you want to change what's in a label, so I'm not going to do that this time. For now, we'll just put what should we call this? Format file with multiple, multiple titles in table, e.g. 2 columns of titles. Okay, that's what we do first, and then how about we copy this one, and that's going to be a checkbox. Okay, so, and you know, now, okay, we can I would like to have this sheet unclicked, this sheet, this thing, this whatever, this checkbox. So multiple tables, because I'm certainly not confident of our method yet. Although eventually maybe we'll even remove this. Okay, now if you just click on this, it takes you to the checkbox 6. Now, for the other checkbox 6, we don't do anything. Okay. Now, if we go to reformat sheet here, we can. This is checkbox 6, so now this checkbox will just let's make the default value of the checkbox false. If you've never done this, this probably really sucks as a video. I really should be explaining this in a kind of consistent way. I'll do that a different one. We'll do that some other time, okay? But that's the default value. That's one of the things. And this is multiple tables. And these little quotes, in a macro, they just suggest it's a comment, okay? And then this is where we define these things. Now, let's put multiple table, table equal user form 1 dot checkbox 6 dot value. Okay, and now that's going to be either true or false. Okay, so this is the main program. Now I'm afraid to kind of do that, but if multiple table equal false, then we'll do this program, okay, and then else, and what I did is define this program we made, which I called move tables. Okay, now it's not ready, but and then we put end if. Okay, and even though it's not quite ready, maybe you just see a little bit of how this stuff works. Okay, I'm gonna save this. Now if we put this, we have multiple tables that are not checked. So if we do this, we can leave it here. And actually, I'm gonna push this up a little bit while we're at it. I'll leave the video on even. Okay, again, what you do is you have to find the forms. Perhaps some people have a better way to do this. Okay. So let's do this kind of stuff again. Now, the reason I'm doing this is sometimes I put it on one of these LCD screens, and we run out of space. So that's why I'm doing this at this stage. Okay. You know. Okay. And I can't remember what this change settings is. Maybe this is some kind of default settings. That's really embarrassing, isn't it? I shouldn't have admitted that. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Okay. And I think if you press help, you get something like says, "Are you really kidding? Do you think I actually would waste time making a help screen?" But you can try it. I guess you can try this. Okay. So let's stop this macro.